Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
And today we are listening to the long-awaited, highly requested album, Pure Heroine by Lorde.
Oh.
Her first album. We did her second album, Melodrama. So she only has 3 albums. We started with number 2 because everyone was requesting it at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We both had never heard it when we listened. It was a first reaction for the both of us.
Right.
And I would say since then, I don't think there's been a single album that we've done on this channel, like new to both of us, that I've listened to more than that. I've been listening to it nonstop the past 2 months since we've done that video.
And not only that, but just how many other artists, female in particular, have her influence somewhere in some of their songs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, along the way, or at least even credit her as an inspiration.
Yeah, that album was fantastic. Melodrama. I can't get over how good it is. I still listen to it like pretty much every single day to some capacity.
Wow.
I was like nonstop playing it after we did it.
Wow.
I remember we both loved
That's
it first
high praise.
reaction. And
Yeah.
then I can't stop listening to it.
It's like pure heroin.
Yeah. So obviously we both know Royals from this album.
Yeah.
Which was pretty much the only thing I knew.
That's all I knew.
Before we got into her.
Me too.
On the channel.
Yeah.
So this was her debut album. It's from 2013.
And then I started looking back on her a little bit more because the Struts put out a cover of Royals, in their own version. Yeah. Kind of like, and their video is all about them like walking through the streets of London and everything. And they felt that the point being made in there was really all about them too. Like they came from nothing and, they can't believe how far they've come, but they're still like little boys at heart,
The album is produced by a guy named Joel Little. I was looking into him a little bit. He's done some work with...
a little bit. Joel Little, a little bit.
He was doing some work with Taylor Swift, but we haven't heard that yet. It was from an album that we haven't done yet.
Okay.
But he seems to be a pretty well-known New Zealand-based producer, which she is too. So I'm sure they had a connection through the record label.
Fellow Kiwi.
Yeah. So the first track's called Tennis Court. Oh, so yeah, I'll just say that I've heard the same that you have. I've only heard Royals, to my knowledge. Yeah. I don't know.
Right. If something clicks, then
title.
Maybe I might have heard it, on the mall or something. But
yeah, but to me, that's the only song I know.
Right.
So the first one's called Tennis Court.
Don't you think that it's boring how people talk? Making smart with their words again. Well, I'm bored.
So even right from the first song of the debut album, her voice is very distinct.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
And I am only as young as the minute is full of it. Getting pumped up on the little bright things I bought. But I know they'll never own me. Baby, be the class clown. I'll be the beauty queen in tears. It's a new art form showing people how little we care. I'll see the veins of my city like they do in Spain.
That's a cool line.
But my head's filling up fast with the wicked games up in flames. How can I fuck with the fun again when I'm knowing? Getting caught side for the trip though, isn't it? I'll fall apart with all my heart. That you could watch from your window. You could watch from your window. And talk it up like let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like
I thought it was okay. Wasn't blown away.
Yeah, good introduction. Something dawned on me. I guess if I had to describe Lorde just by knowing the last, actually I wouldn't say based on the last listen, but if someone asked me to describe Lorde after really only having heard Royals and then hearing this one, for some reason in my mind, I just always pictured like a goth, like someone goth. I think because of the dark hair, that she has. And that almost felt a little bit like goth punk, pop.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, she cursed in it once. It's not, little bit of not too complex lyrics.
Yeah, a little edgy.
I but not a lot. And, with the cowbell and the snapping fingers, it seems like
it was a decent introduction track.
Yeah.
A little bit repetitive towards the
with
second
the tennis
half.
court. But having listened to so much Taylor Swift, though, I can hear how Taylor like basses, and maybe it's just a coincidence that they can sound similar when Lorde is low, when Taylor goes low. There's a similarity there for me, except that Lorde accentuates the end of her. Yeah, it's always like, even in her, her words kind of get dragged out a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about that one. I thought it was okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe I have high expectations after because how good that second album was.
I mean, but honestly, just think it's a debut album.
And yeah, I know she's.
And how old was she? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. It's so odd. It's like a something I don't think about when I'm doing it.
Well, you haven't explained why. You haven't told anybody why you're.
Oh, I just pinched something in my neck, so I can't move my neck. But I don't think about doing it when I'm doing it. But now I have to consciously think about not doing it because I keep going to, and then it hurts and I can't. Ouch. So I feel like I feel so stoic. Track 2 is called 400 Lux. All those breaks like she had on that second album, right? Letting the instruments do different things. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it. It still reminds me of a little darker pop.
Yeah,
she's definitely on the edgier side. She's not looking for necessarily the real pop sound.
Yeah, that reminds me more of what we heard the second album. The harmonies again, just incredible harmonies, vocal layers, and then she seems to have enough fiction, like you're saying, like for slightly odd production choices and instruments. Not what you would typically get from
that's
a basic song,
and that's why I like it. It's a little darker. I mean, I don't know what goth is, but I mean,
but you feel it.
Yeah, it just feels like if I knew more about it, or if I assumed it, maybe that's, like I could see people with like, those high black boots and liking this a lot. I like it. It started out with a great heavy beat, which then kind of disappeared and turned into that
whatever that sound is
guitar
pretty
or something. Yeah,
cool. It sounds like almost like a blend of like a horn, siren, and a synth. Like just
it definitely started off as like one of those shofar things, but then
kind of gets electronic towards the end.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. And then we have Royals, track 3. So we all know what that sounds like.
Yeah, I love it.
But we'll enjoy it again.
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address. In a torn up town, no postcode envy, but every song's like gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room. We don't care. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll let me live that fantasy.
I mean, to know that at 16 she made
thinking the same.
a legendary song.
Yeah.
We count our dollars on the train to the party.
It's the
her
sound
voice that makes it.
Yeah, and it's the sound of the song.
Yeah.
Even the remix, like with the struts, it's still true to the song, but with added drums and electric. She didn't need it, but you're right. That's a bold way to go about it. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. And baby, I'll rule.
Let me live that fantasy.
What else is there to say?
I mean, that's just pure classic.
Pure heroin.
Yeah, it's just a classic tune.
Yeah. But it is wild to think now that we know a little more about her and that this was her age at the time. Like,
incredible.
it's just a vocal.
It's the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, it's kind of like her own. We said it in the last album that we did.
It's the sound.
It's her own sound that
it's just her.
She has just kind of
those lyrics
pioneered.
They're not complicated. There's nothing very in depth about them. It's just
but it's well written.
It's fantastic.
Just incredibly performed. All her own vocal layering and ranges that she's showing off. Track 4 is called Ribs. Also, I was going to say before, but I forgot. She mentioned veins in both of the first 2 tracks.
The blue and red veins.
Blue and red veins in this one, and the city veins
from the sky.
From the sky in the first one.
Yeah.
Which, if you're going off
pure
the title,
heroin, right?
That's a cool thing to keep if she has those little references.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Cool effect.
I drink you spilled all over me. Lovers spit left on repeat. My mom and dad let me stay home. The drink you spill all over me. Lovers spit left on repeat. Mom and dad let me stay home. It drives you crazy getting home. The drink you spill all over me. Lovers spit left on repeat. Mom and dad let me stay home. It drives you crazy getting home.
I mean, just the fact she's singing about mom and dad,
Yeah.
But great command of the low range, just like Billy ultimately would too, and does.
This dream isn't feeling sweet. It feels so scary getting old. We can talk it so good. We can make it so divine. We can talk it good, how you wish it would be all the time. How are the thoughts, how are the thoughts? I want it back, I want it back. The ones we had, the ones we had. It's not enough to feel the light. I want it back, I want it back. You're the only friend I need. We share beds like little kids. That will never be enough. That will never be enough. That will never be enough.
Wow.
Felt like definitely a Peloton treadmill workout song.
The vocal work on that song is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the whole first 45 seconds is just
back
those
and forth,
vocals just building and building and building, and then the way she brings it back and incorporates it into the beat with the drum chops, and then to layer her own harmonies and vocals on top of
multiple layers.
It's like a sea of voices.
I mean, at one point the layer was her at a really high pitch and a really low.
Yeah.
I like the echoing feature of the callback of the lyrics at the end.
Yeah.
And then, fading out with the echo. That was that one had the most pep to it so far. Ribs.
Yeah. Man, it's just so many of her songs are just so
I mean, it's like the
intoxicating, so entrancing. It's like as soon as it starts, you're just
and you know what? Why? I guess it's easier to absorb, I think, now, because as Billie Eilish fans, your ear has now been accustomed to that sound.
Yeah.
But can you imagine like hearing that for the first time 11 years ago and wondering which also makes me wonder, how was she not like
how is she not at the same
level? Yeah.
That's a good question.
But I think it could be the New Zealand, it could be the distance,
But the weird thing is that like Royals being as popular as it was here when the album came out,
right?
You would think that
I think we tend, at least we probably tend as a country, when it comes to female artists, to just look for the hit and not look at the project or
the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great song.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like I imagine myself getting inspired on the little on the treadmill. It definitely sounds like one, it keeps you going.
Track 5 is called Buzzcut Season. It's an interesting title.
That would be September, right? Back to school.
I guess. That's when this album came out. September.
Oh, look at that.
I remember when your head caught flame. It kissed your scalp and caressed your brain. I remember when your head caught flame. Well, you laughed, baby, it's okay.
Wow, those drums are so far away in the mix.
Buzzcut season anyway.
It's like barely hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Explosions on TV and all the girls with heads inside a dream. Shut my eyes to the song that plays. Sometimes this has a hot, sweet taste. Shut my eyes to the song that plays. The men up on the news, they try to tell us all that we will lose.
Yeah, which again makes me think she had to have been writing. Yeah, this isn't. She can't be this good right off the bat. I mean, right?
It's pretty. Yeah, it's. I don't know.
Cola with the burnt out taste. I'm the one you tell your fears to. Make believe it's hyper real, but I
right there you can feel like that youth in her voice.
Yeah.
Which is really great.
Yeah.
When she got strong with the singing.
But this is like its own element to this project.
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't sound
it has very I want to say like well, I guess you said it, like kind of like an African, you know, like a South African or some kind of it has that tempo to it.
Yeah. Like the drums and the tempo.
Yeah. Like ska or something, you know, something very hypnotic about the beat.
Those lyrics
they're very, very good. Yeah, Live in a Hologram with You.
I was listening to the production at first, but then the
just as good.
Interesting. The riding the bus with our knees pulled to our chest.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that. That's like one of those things like someone at my age would completely forget about.
It's something I haven't even thought about. And
exactly, but you know, at 16, it's not too far removed from her life memory. Yeah. That's a great line. That's a great line.
Yeah,
it's a great visual. Yeah, visual.
Yeah. Vocals are, I mean, so good.
Yeah.
All the little different melodies and pitch changes.
And she hadn't even yet started doing the carrying of the sound of her voice. So I don't know. It's that one way she sings where it's like she's speaking that to me just signifies her sound.
Yeah, this is Team track 6.
Oh, is it? Team?
Team.
Oh, Team.
M.
Okay.
Team.
Wait till you're announced.
That right there.
We've not yet lost
Just
all our graces.
Vocals only, yeah. It's
just the first. That
yeah.
I could know that anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody that has that in their singing.
It's so unique to her sound.
There's nothing, no one I've heard.
We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chains. Look upon your greatness and she'll send.
And she somehow finds it.
It's almost like Led Zeppelin. Talking about dogs on chains.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Call the ladies out, they're in their finery. 100 jewels on throats, 100 jewels between teeth. Now bring my boys in. We live in cities you'll never see on screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to run free. Living in ruins of a palace within my dreams. And you know we're on each other's team. I'm kinda over getting
This one's going.
You might have to.
This one's
come out of your neck brace.
I already have.
Shots beneath our feet, but it wasn't my fault. I'm kinda over
What a killer
getting
chorus.
told to throw my hands up in the air. So there.
This is the more grand drums that were on Melodrama a lot.
Yes,
right?
yes. Yeah.
So there. We live in cities you'll
Yeah, this is almost like the female empowerment song, but, you know, from her perspective of being, you know, maybe living in New Zealand where you're not going to see a lot of stuff. It's awesome, man. That was good.
That was fucking solid.
Now, out of curiosity, you can see the numbers, but what are the streams on that? Just out of curiosity.
770 million.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Where have we been?
I'm telling you, man. It's
we
like,
said this on the last one. It's like, how do we?
I don't know. And how does it not, like, in, you know, like how you reference certain rap songs and you just know if you name an artist, you'll have like probably 5 to 6 songs that you could say, just like me,
you have to know
my rock song. Yeah. I want to go back to the way it opened.
Oh my God.
It was very Led Zeppelin-esque. I mean,
we paused it a few times just because we were talking about the vocals.
Well, the vocal, but then when you think about the lyrics and the way she's saying it, it sounds like the delivery of something. She's talking about the moon and Brother Moon, changing the voice.
Oh, man, that's so good.
I mean, it's rare that we'll do this on a song. Go back so
and then right into the. I mean, I could already hear the.
Yeah, I mean, it's like crazy good.
Fuck, that's a good song.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Track 7 is called Glory and Gore.
There's a humming in the restless summer air, and we're slipping off the course that we prepared. But in all chaos there is calculation, dropping glasses just to hear them break. You've been drinking like the world was gonna end. Took a shiner from the fist of your best friend. It's clear that someone's gotta go. We mean it, but I promise we're not.
Even that lyric, took a shiner from your best friend. You know,
yeah.
They lose their minds for us and how it plays out. Glory and Gore go hand in hand. That's why we're making headlines. You could try and take us, but victory's contagious. Delicate in every way but one.
She definitely likes her drums in her songs, right?
Chance is the only game I play with.
Yeah.
Prominent drums.
Or not. It's
or totally the opposite.
Yeah, it's one way or the other.
Yeah.
You could try and take us.
I mean, this holds up to everything you've been letting me hear.
Oh yeah.
That's current.
Oh yeah. The past two have had more of the empowering, confidence sound. Past 2 tracks. This and
they kind of go together.
Yeah.
Death, it's alright if you do, it's fine. We gladiate, but I guess we're really fighting ourselves. Roughing up our minds so we're ready when the kill time comes.
Like, that is the most unconventional bridge. She completely scraps the beat.
Yeah. Stop.
Changes the whole style of the song.
I know.
Then comes back to the chorus.
That's why we're making headlines. You could try and take us, but victory's contagious.
Ooh, man, it's getting better and better as it goes along.
Like, this is just...
I mean...
this is just the beginning of what we just heard so much of on the second album.
Think of the first track and how you were like, that's all right. And I was like, well, let's give it give her a break. She's 16.
I wasn't doubting.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, but it's easy to do that.
Yeah.
Based on what you're hearing, but you don't expect it to, grow. And really what it did was it went like 1, 2, 3 Lords, then grow.
Yeah.
It's just taking
ever
off
since
now.
Royals, it's just...
Man,
it's just skyrocketed.
That
I mean, she totally just flipped the song on its head in the last third, and then that bridge carried for so long.
That I don't know, cowbell or what, but
just smacking in your ear.
It really felt like when she was talking about sitting up awake in her bed, it felt like a giant dripping drain to me. You ever hear that? Like when you ever see that when people are sitting up and the littlest sound?
It's almost like crazy. It's almost like an audio it's almost like a
simulation
sound that's
of
signifying like insomnia.
Exactly.
Like the brain,
right? Either the ticking of a clock,
or
the dripping of a drain, a faucet, and that's what really stuck with me. You know how I say like sometimes those sounds can throw me?
Yeah, that
one grabbed me. It held me, and it was like, okay, I can listen to that, but listen to what she's saying. She's talking about, I can't even get my mind to shut off, and it was great. That was great.
Track 8 is called Still Sane.
Today is my birthday and I'm riding high. Hair is dripping, hiding it, I'm terrified. But this is summer, playing dumber than in fall. Everything I say falls right back into everything. I'm not in the swing of things, but what I really
They're using the stereo, the back and forth very well.
Fully, yeah.
Some albums we don't hear it a lot, but
yeah.
I mean, listen to that.
It's all cool, yeah. All work and no play. Let me count the bruises.
What's the name again, Mike?
Still Sane.
Keeps me up a level. All work and no play. Lonely on that new shit, yeah. Yeah. Only bad people live to see. All work and no play never made me lose it. All business all day keeps me up a level. All work and no play keeps me on the new shit, yeah.
Those are interesting lyrics coming from a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
musician.
it's the mood I'm in, but
Man,
she is slaying it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's the way it started. I thought it was going to be something. I hate to use the word around you like teeny bopper, but
yeah, you got to find something else.
I just don't know how to do it because I'm thinking of like from the 50s and 60s when there were young singers and the music was considered like for teeny boppers. It was geared towards teenagers. There's nothing about this album that's geared to her age group.
No.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you were this age, let's say like a young Stevie Wonder or anybody who was singing then, they sang about like bubblegummy, really easy for an adult to listen to and say,
easily digestible.
That's little Stevie Wonder and it sounds really cool.
Right.
Little Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson went from
ABC 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here you've got a 16-year-old that was a little on the darker side. But I just loved it. I
was captivated, as always.
The haunting, bong, bong, bing. Everything was, haunting.
Her vocals are just
her
fucking
vocals and her voice
gripping.
are just, they hold every song.
The songwriting was interesting, though, speaking about...
Right.
All work and no play, right?
Yeah. And taking a children's rhyme,
And you could imagine being a kid that's... working all the time. I mean, that's working in studios
and no play, yeah.
Perfecting music and doing
and
album
yet she's
promo.
Still sane.
But it's like, if that's what you is in you and what your passion is,
yeah,
then it's not, she's not making it sound like it's torturous.
Right.
But there is something to the fact that I'm sure that she's a kid that's working.
Yeah. And
do you know what I mean? There's like two sides of it.
And that's what I was going to say. That was what I was getting at, is that she started this song with, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, where's this going? Like, are we going to be talking about her birthday party or something? But
that could also be like, it's her birthday as she's
and I'm working
recording this song as I'm in the studio, instead of what most kids or teenagers would be doing,
having a sweet 16. Yeah.
Regardless of if you have a job or not, you'd be partying and hanging out. Track 9 is called White Teeth Teens.
This should be interesting.
We seen dead here in the day. I guess you're lucky that it's dark now. And if I like it, then we'll stay. Impress the Empress, take a shot now. We got the glow in our mouths. White teeth teens are out.
almost like a circus.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right? But dark again, like like something from It. Drums.
Dashboard just the same.
Mike Myers.
White teeth teens are out.
Yeah, it's like werewolfy, right?
Yeah, it's just
White teeth teens are up for it. I know you love it.
Those drums come in like in the middle of her.
Yeah, while she's finishing.
Yeah. There's no rules on a Lorde album.
Yeah, right.
I'll let you in on something big. I am not a white teeth teen. I tried to join, but never did. The way they are, the way they see is something else. It's in the blood. White teeth teens are out.
Jeez.
I mean, it was beautiful. It's bizarre how she has such a modern. She does not fit the mold of
anything.
Anything. You're right.
Not
there
even
are
just
no
pop music. Just
no.
Musically, she's so unique.
And it's not punk. It's not like new wave. It's not psychedelic. It's just, I mean, they're using like a circus sound. It really gave me the feel of like teens walking around in this zombie land.
Yeah. everyone doing the same. Right?
Yeah.
Man.
But, and again, I like that she still, again, stays within in her lane. She, talking about, I've seen what these kids are like. I'm not one of them. So that lyrically was it's very much in her.
It's painting the picture of what I think you were feeling before of her being
a 16-year-old,
an outcast, or being an outcast.
Either way,
in this
group
of people, not fitting the mold of
but
who's around,
and
her.
then just going into this beautiful a cappella ending.
That whole end. I mean,
it was angelic.
That could have been a whole track with that could have had no production. That could have had no drums.
It was just
no
gorgeous.
Sound effects.
It was just
her vocals itself. That's like what I was saying with Royals. Like her vocals are so strong that they can carry a track. But she seems to have a very strong musical knowledge, not just a talented singer. Like knowing when to fade the vocals or when to.
Yeah, that's
like I'm sure the producer has a big hand in helping with that.
But
you still have to know.
Yeah, it's either going to work.
The structure of the song
it's either going to work or not. Yeah.
The final track is called A World Alone.
Do you know if she plays any instruments or?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That slow burn wait while it gets dark. Bruising the sun, I feel grown up with you in your car. I know it's done.
My goodness.
Are you kidding? She makes it sound so effortless.
We've both got a million bad habits to kick. Not sleeping is one. We're biting on nails. You're biting my lip. Basic class, 'cause I'm not done sailing. They don't wanna get rough, get away with it. Let them talk 'cause we're dancing in this world alone. World alone.
just doing the most with it.
Yes.
That she has on this album.
Yeah.
I know we're not everlasting. We're a train wreck waiting to happen.
It's like in the rap songs where they find a hook. That guitar pluck, that's all that it's been, aside from, you know, some other music, but... So you shed a little eye liquid there.
Just a touch.
What were you feeling?
I don't know. A lot. I can't even. It's not even something I could put into an immediate.
Was it just hitting like the goosebump vibes?
Part of it was that because the vocals were just
gorgeous,
giving me chills.
How beautiful she sings. Yeah.
All the whatever those harmonies were that she was bringing in. But yeah. I don't know. It's something that she was doing on the other tracks where she can like take a feeling, an emotion, and put that into a song, which I know sounds very basic, but
no, I get it.
I mean, the way the environment is so soaked with sounds in this, but
it felt like a cafeteria. It felt like being at a dance.
Yeah,
like a high school dance. But in the meantime, she's spending the week at the cafeteria, and you know,
yeah, it's
right.
Just...
Figure like prom week, right? Everybody's talking, and she's like, "Fuck it, let them talk. Let's just dance."
It sounds like being isolated and being aware that you're isolated.
Yeah,
and
staring at the floor,
finding comfort in
being okay with it,
and not doing what other people are doing.
Right. That takes a lot of maturity.
Whether you are. You know what it is that you want to do or not.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're doing something different. And,
I mean, I'm blown away. I mean, great ending track, first of all.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about that.
No, I don't either. I mean,
it's so dense with not only sound but just emotions, and
plus the way in the beginning where she carried her like and
it comes back at the end.
Yeah,
I love that ending too, where the voices are just
it becomes more growing, stronger,
and then it just
fuck them. He's almost like fuck them.
I mean, I don't understand.
I know it's a gift. She's gifted.
Yeah,
that's what it is. We're stymied to come up with words for it because
it's almost like she has said everything.
Yeah, I mean, what more can
so perfectly,
how much more accolades can we give her?
I don't know how else to
exactly other than put this in the category of maybe one of the best female
pop artists, I guess. I mean,
yeah, but you're right. I don't want to say not in the upper echelon, you know, like not Taylor, not Billie, but to me, she's right there.
Yeah.
She's right there.
100%. I mean, with just these two albums, the quality of these two albums, which not one track on the two albums that we've done have been anything close to subpar.
The rest of it, that last thing with the strum, you know, bling, bling. How many rap songs have we had where they just find one thing?
Yeah, it's usually one.
Strip it down to
one sample or one,
and then just rap over it.
One key melody.
Yeah, she just did the same thing, but made a whole
story
movie.
Yeah.
Of maybe what it was like prom week or anything else.
Yeah,
you know, and again, I like that she kept it teenage. You know, it really kept a young image, you know, like staring at the floor, you know, at a dance.
Just sounding so.
But yet it could apply whether you're in school or at a job or
anyone, anywhere.
Yeah.
Any feeling of isolation, which is a perfect title to A World Alone.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, experiencing life in an isolated manner.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It almost I feel like kind of like a proud papa, like, finding this 16-year-old girl, whether she's someone else's or your own. I mean, just being in total admiration of her. That's what I feel right now.
Yeah. And it makes me want to go right to the third album. We only have one we haven't done. Now it's like, I can't wait.
You're the boss. And to reiterate, there's no way a 16-year-old, came up with this 1 year. She's been doing this, working on it,
probably your whole life. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
without a doubt. Like
you said, it's not something you just wake up and.
No.
All right. I
have some demos and I've been trying and nobody's heard me yet.
Someone heard her at that, 13, 14 years old and was like, hey,
let's do this.
That's what shows that I know that she has a talent, because you wouldn't just take someone of that age and be like, oh yeah, come in the studio.
No way.
You have to be like, okay.
And to get this
serious artist here.
This caliber of a producer on this one, and then Antonov on your second one.
And the second, and blow it out of the water.
They know.
Yeah,
they know
clearly.
They don't waste their time on trash.
Yeah. So that was great.
Wow.
I mean, I knew I was going to like it because I love this.
Yeah, I did not expect to love it. Yeah, I agree.
That's a solid 2 for 2 for Lorde. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week with a new album and a new video. Peace.